Right, next part of this investigation in the group of 30 is the consultative group on international economic and monetary affairs, right? So when you're talking about a socio-economic system, right, this is basically a way in which they can use an internationalist type of strategy to take over countries using socio-economics, right? Because it basically using economics, they can take a foreigner can come over to a country and they've got more money than the person who's the native of the country, right? So using the socio-economic system, that person automatically becomes more important than the native person that lives in the country, right? So you can see, why they're so interested in economic and finance ideas and all this. Because it's part of the con job, and they can take our whole countries basically and colonize countries using socio-economic, like all financial stuff and all that. It's a massive con, like. Of course, there's Foreman Shan Mugaratnam with a mug of tea, see, the mug of tea drinker, and a financial think tank, see. So think about it, like a think tank. They're just plotting ways to further tea drinking and get rid of naturals and all. That's all it's about. At the end of the day, monetary profits doesn't even figure. They'll close doing things and make financial losses all the time, like they did with like British pubs type of thing. They closed down the pubs industry to a large degree, right? Made massive losses in profits, but the objective was to close down the sort of social hub type of thing of natural people. See, kept their own Masonic pubs good, of course, but closed down a lot of the social. It was like a social network idea, where people met in reality and sort of interrelated and exchanged ideas and all that, simple as, so they closed doing the pubs in Britain and that as an example, right? Made massive losses in profit, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, money is printed by the Royal Society, right? Comes from the Royal Society and goes back to the Royal Society. So the idea of making monetary profits is just not on the table, like, it's again, it's part of the con, right? The group of 30 founded by Jeffrey Bell, economist and banker. Of course, when you have these type of people, right, they're all bankers and financiers and all this. And of course, it's their bloody children who's going to be in the G30 schools group. So it's like generations keeping together, right? So it's all run by them, for them type of thing, see? And they're that sort of, preferring natural people play along with the rules of the game and that, you know, and they're surprised when they get, get the sharp end of the stick or the shitty end of the stick type of thing, because it's all a con, isn't it? And I'll obviously like a lot of Bell idea, just seen all that before. Bells all over the place, right? And of course, like predicting, predicting and responses and future outlooks of, economic markets. So just in a way to basically run societies, right? That's all it is. The finance idea, and of course, there's all these complicated ideas attributed to financial stock markets. And it's just a way to run countries, to organize and control populations of countries and sort of people, that's all it is. There's some G30 group related ideas, really. You see here, even the kids doing a 5 and 2 there, right? And this one doing a 777 there. with a brick wall in the background, so they dock them into that sort of, Masonic ways pretty quickly. I'll see us run by them, for them. Of course, loads of multicultural type ideas, because multiculturalism hides the trans program, right? Simple as. Now we've got this sort of multiculturalism. It just disguises the trans program, basically. Of course, like crossplex, they like the cross idea, they've done the crossing. Of course, a nice G3 on there, like. Plenty of coded sevens into the photos, even when they're taking photographs and that. And the crossplex. Swapping codes over now, we've gone to the bronze serpent, right? The bronze serpent or snake was an object cast in the form of a snake that Moses made during Israel's wandering in the desert of Sinai, right? So basically, again, this is the syringe, and obviously cast out of a metal in the first place, like the brass serpents, the same thing, right? Cast, and again, the cast idea, right? And this is basically the syringe, right? And inject, craft a metal serpent, which would remedy, the snake's venom. Injection idea, right? Interesting, bit of code here. The Israelites started worshipping the bronze serpent as an idol, as if it had saved them, when in fact it was God who saved them using that means. So using the means of the syringe. So who's sort of behind, dispensing the remedy through the syringe. And as you see here, that's in the Book of Kings. So a little bit of a clue, like Kings. Bronze serpent used to save the Israelites. And so you can see, right, the bronze serpent, you can see clearly the how it becomes a metaphor for the syringe in that, right? Idea of repent thy sins and that, repent the single gender and become a double gender. Anyone that was bitten could look at it and be healed. So you can see what all this is about. Is a metaphor, like. Totally love this symbol, very metaphorical. Now comes to the Brontosaurus, right? Obviously the Brontosaurus, like the Loch Ness Monster, is again an allusion to the bronze serpent idea, right? As you see, the long neck and the sort of snake's head, and of course the bronze, so this is a total reference to that idea, right? And of course the Loch Ness Monster is basically the same type of idea, right? The long neck and long tail, of course, the same thing in it, the job, the needle thing, right? Brontosauruses. Again, you're looking at the same bronze serpent idea. There's also, right, a lot of code in this, like for example, the on T, like in the Eton and the Tonbridge idea, the on T, so relating to the tea drinkers, right? But also the Saurus being the serpent, right? And saw us, right? So you've got the idea of the never saw us, never saw us, right? Never saw the light. Never saw the light idea, the sea metaphors. Basically, this is about an extinct, the whole dinosaur idea, right? The dinosaurs is about the ones that never saw the light, right? So it's like a metaphor for extinction and the destruction of natural people again, right? It's like a metaphor idea for the extinction of the natural species, which is the natural people, right? The sauropods, like in the War of the Worlds thing, the tripods, right? It's all their stuff, right? All their stuff and all relating to the same thing, which is extincting natural people and replacing them with the new trans race and all that, right? And as you see there, deceptive lizard. Again, lizard idea like David Icke stuff and all that, see? So it's always the same garbage, isn't it? Good, TH, under TH, lizard, T, and the Bronte, like in the Charlotte Bronte and all that. Totally could, and it was only discovered. All these things were discovered around about the 1870s idea, right? So you know what I mean? It's like it's supposed to be billions or millions of years old. Of course, just complete hex. It's just a metaphor again for destroying and extincting the natural population, right? And the validity was doubted for more than 100 years, and then they said they put 156 years old. I mean, ridiculous idea, like, innit? Quadrupeds again, 4 type of idea. Charles Marsh, like the like the mud floods and that. The ram, the Royal Arch Masonry, and the marsh, like the muddy thinking type of thing, and very marshy, you know what I mean? Muddy thinking. How good is that? Edward Drinker Coop. Edward Drinker Coop is a zoologist, study of animals idea. An ichthyologist. The Quakers. Quad. No doubt a total tea drinker. Charles Darwin's Voyage of a Naturalist, again studying of natural people, studying ways in which to, hex them and ultimately extinct them, basically. Edward Drinker Coop. The Boer Wars. Kurds. You see, you have the idea of the dinosaur, right? So they never saw the light. You know how that guns basically, right? And of course, there's been hundreds of songs and TV and book titles and everything around about that idea. See, never saw the light. The dinosaurs, so they become extinct. There's like an old-fashioned idea, which is like the metaphor for the old-fashioned natural person. Never saw the light. Again, they're totally quoted right. The light being the Lightbody, full of hormones and that. light body, see, the light. So the light idea and all that.